April 5, 1935, the oldest and last Olympic class liner set off on her last ever voyage. She was the only one who survived. She really was unsinkable. The Olympic's keel was laid down in late 1908 in the Highland and Wolfe shipyard, Belfast. She was the same size as Titanic, so she was 882 feet long, but Titanic is technically a larger ship since she had a higher gross tonnage. The Olympic was meant to be the first of 3 ships. These ships were known as the Olympic class. She was launched on October 20, 1910, and was fully completed on May 31, 1911. Her maiden voyage took place on the 14th of June, 1911, and thousands of people came to watch this new massive ocean liner depart. Fun fact, did you know that a lot more people came to watch Olympic's maiden voyage over Titanic's? This was because the ships were near identical, so the public didn't fuss about Titanic as much. Olympic's career went smoothly, but her new size was bound to cause trouble, and trouble it caused. While performing a complex S-turn in the Solent, a cruiser named the RMS Hawk came up beside her trying to pass her, and as she sped up, Olympic slowed down and turned to starboard, and so the Hawk was sucked into Olympic and there was damage done to both vessels. As a result, 2 of her watertight compartments flooded, but her watertight doors were closed, and she was fine. Eventually, the Titanic was completed, and she was successful on her sea trials, and in April 1912, she went on her maiden voyage. The White Star Line was happy now that they have 2 gigantic vessels operating the Atlantic. But disaster struck. The Titanic sank and Olympic was now all alone again. But the White Star Line had one more ship, the Britannic, but she was completed in the middle of World War I, so she never got to do passenger voyages. If you want to know more about Titanic or Britannic, I'll put links in the description so you can learn more about them. While Britannic was used as a hospital ship, the Olympic, on the other hand, was a troop ship. In 1916, the Britannic sank and Olympic was the only Olympic class liner left. Olympic's war career was really impressive. She carried over 200,000 troops, burning 347,000 tons of coal and traveling almost 300,000 kilometers. She also rammed and sank a German U-boat. After the war, the Olympic was given the nickname Old Reliable. Once she brought troops back home, she resumed passenger service. By this time, the Olympic was burned out, and her Atlantic crossing times were significantly slower. Olympic was given an overhaul in 1919 and refitted with all burning engines. This improved efficiency and reduced the amount of crew needed. Through the 1920s, these were considered her golden years, being White Star Line's largest vessel. She was very popular with the public and even celebrities, but as time went on, her age started to show. After a few more years, her career was over. She was too outdated compared to her competitors. Crazy to think she was the most luxurious ship afloat at one point, but now she looks like a Ryanair flight. In May 1934, she collided with a smaller vessel in thick fog, splitting the ship in half and killing most on board. She sustained minimal damage, but this wasn't a good look. When the White Star Line merged with the Cunard Line, they came to the conclusion to scrap the Olympic. In April 1935, she set off on her last voyage. After 24 years of service and even being involved in war, you can't deny she had a spectacular career and she forever be remembered for it. That's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to subscribe for more future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.